Welcome back to another live, guys. It's Monday. I'm excited. We're talking about transfers today. Let's dive into some transfer conversations. Let's start with Luis
Who
Diaz.
is who is al- who is always excited for Monday?
Nobody's excited for Monday, but I'm excited to talk about
Nobody.
transfers. I'm not excited that it's Monday. I'm excited to just talk about transfers again.
Okay, okay, okay,
Honestly,
okay.
I'm
Easy.
looking forward. Let me say, I'm looking forward to always talking about transfers, but I'm really excited to actually talk about games when the season starts. So eh,
The season starts in 2 weeks.
I can't wait, bro.
But yeah,
I
the
can't
season
wait. My
starts in
my
two weeks.
Saturdays have been
So
going to waste. I can't wait. I
yeah,
can't wait
start
to like
so you'll
enjoy the
see.
game and stuff. But let's get
All
into
the transfers
transfers.
that have come in, we'll see.
Luis Diaz is a here we go. I don't know if that was reported like since yesterday, but Luis Diaz is a here we go. Luis Diaz is going to Bayern 70 million euros,
Okay.
I think, package for that
75,
deal. 75? Okay, 75. Around
75
70
million.
something.
Yeah.
75 million euros. That has happened. The Isak deal for Liverpool I guess it depends on this. I'm looking for the right word. Liverpool wants to buy Isak, but in order to
Mhm.
sign Isak, they have to first sell Luis Diaz. Let me put it that way. That's simple English. So Diaz
Mm,
had to leave first in order for them to
mm,
get the money to sign Isak. And now that Diaz is gone, I guess
mm.
signing Isak is now pretty much a go. It's a go. There's no roadblock. The deal has already been prepared. The bid has already been prepared. I guess we're just waiting to sell Luis Diaz. The only hold up, I guess, would be with Liverpool and Newcastle because the player actually wants to come to Liverpool. I said that
Yeah,
yesterday.
but the,
So
the the club has to agree, like agree, they have to agree on a fee, right? So
100%.
that's going
100%.
to be the issue now.
Yeah.
That battle to agree.
But
So I don't
150
know.
million pounds is a lot of money. I feel like it's a lot of money. Some people are saying Isak is
I
not worth
don't
the
think
amount of money.
I don't think that's the bid Liverpool wants to give Newcastle. I think it's 120 million. You guys want to submit
Oh, 120 million pounds.
first. That's what I read yesterday.
Okay.
120 million pounds
Mm-hmm.
first.
Mm-hmm.
Then you guys now go from there.
And then see if we can add more, add more, add more, add more. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense. That makes sense. I guess we'll just have to wait. I mean, the most recent news coming up with this Isak thing, Liverpool
yeah,
are ready to go big for like Alexander Isak after selling Luis Diaz. Isak
yeah,
is still a top target. The Hugo Ekitike thing was not necessary, right? Like they didn't care about Ekitike coming or Ekitike not coming. Isak was always a target. If we get Ekitike, we are still going to get Isak. If we didn't get Ekitike, we're still going to get Isak. That was not
yeah.
that really is not a problem. So we're going to get Isak. Today, I watched Ekitike in training. I saw some link
Oh
up
my,
play. I saw
what
some
did you
link
see?
up play between Salah and
Hey,
Ekitike.
we are
Honestly,
going to we are
I
going
did,
to see
bro.
when is your next preseason? Let's start from there. When is your next preseason?
Our next preseason, I can actually have that up. Actually, he looked. Thank you very much. He looked good today. He looked good. He looked really
You
good.
guys should be hyping the player. We will watch him play in preseason. We
Our
will
next
watch him play
preseason
in the
is
Premier,
July 30. We're playing
which is two
Yokohama.
days away. Oh,
July 30. We're
you
playing
guys should beat them.
Yokohama F Marinos or something like that. Yeah.
So on
Let's see
Wednesday.
how that game goes.
So
Let's see how that game goes.
okay,
I really want us to fix all the things that we were lacking in the last game against AC
yeah,
Milan. I want us to really
yeah,
work on some things and let's see if we look good going into that game. But we should be winning that game. But Ekitike
yeah,
looks good, bro. Like he looked good in training. I watched it. It looked pretty decent. So I
yeah.
think it's really good. Isak
We'll
is keen on
see.
the move. You know, it's going to
And the-
happen.
and the good thing about having Isak and Ekiteki, Isak
Mhm.
cannot sleep because Ekiteki is at his back.
And Ekitike
He
is
can't
good.
he can't sleep.
Ekitike
Ah,
is
big
good.
up FC.
I honestly don't
Yeah,
know how like we'll set up everything with
yeah,
Ekitike, with Isak, with
yeah,
Cody. I guess Cody Gakpo will be in that left wing properly, and I guess the deputy for Cody Gakpo might be Rio because Rio they've been showing a lot of Rio in training. Rio. I don't know if this is just training. Maybe Rio will never play,
you guys just stole that guy from us. It's just so annoying. It's so
bro.
annoying. He
Yeah, I
could
don't
have
know.
been a world champion by now, but yeah,
Fair. I don't know. I don't know
still,
what's going to
yeah.
happen with that left wing position if Rio is going to be the deputy
He needs
and
to go on loan.
I don't know. I
No,
actually don't
he
know what
needs a loan. He needs a
I don't
loan.
know what's going to happen. But I
Uh
feel like he deserves playtime. I feel like he's a player that he deserves playtime for sure to really
he's
grow that
still
skill.
young.
He's
He's
young, yeah.
16, right? 16 or
Mhm.
17.
I
I
think he's
don't know
about
how old is he,
16 or
but
so,
he
yeah.
needs to go on loan. That's what he needs currently. CFC game I say why is this Clear Lake people going for Garnacho? Where is he going to play? We have no space for him. So the thing is, I think reports came out today from Matt
Mhm.
Law and Chelsea guys, right?
Mhm.
First of
Mhm.
all, there was a report of Donnarumma. So it say, oh, Chelsea is going for Donnarumma, and they said Chelsea is going. No, Donnarumma would soon start discussion with a club in Europe,
Yeah.
probably Chelsea and someone else.
Mhm.
So obviously the club shuts it down. They don't want to be used by all these agents, right? And just say no, we're not going for Donnarumma,
Mhm.
right? But the key thing is that he now mentioned that Chelsea are like hitting hard on Xavi Simons. The deal is really close.
Mhm.
Like they're just preparing to just submit a bid
Mhm.
to Leipzig based on the discussions they've had. But Chelsea would go in for Garnacho later in the window.
Mm.
So what
Why?
I'm thinking, wait. So no, I could not understand this, but my own reasoning is, yeah, PSG got the French goalkeeper today. My only reasoning is Sancho left, Modric left, but
Yeah.
Modric is not around. Those are two left wingers,
Mhm.
right? Now they have a guy that is coming in next year. They have Tyreek George that can play as a left winger. But Tyreek George, the coach is saying he wants Tyreek George to go out on loan
Mhm.
fully to a full loan, like in a Premier League club. Like the terms are going to be different. You have to play him,
Mhm.
right? So you just have one person on the left. Now, Xavi Simons, the way I'm thinking about it, is going to be like I told you before. They want to create for four positions. They want eight people for four positions. So two people in each position.
Mhm.
So Xavi Simons is behind Kopama, not behind, but is the second person in that 10.
Mhm.
On the left hand side, you have Pedro Neto, and you have obviously Estavo. That's on the right hand side. In front, you have Joao Pedro and Delap. I think Jackson will be sold, right? So there's still one more space for someone. But I think the wise thing to do will be to loan Garnacho, not buy him. I
Mhm.
think that's what they're going to do.
To loan Garnacho instead of buying him.
Yes. And they'll see how it goes. If he doesn't go with just like Sancho, they would return him.
You know,
We're trying to build two teams,
yeah.
right? Maresca uses two teams, right? Champions League, Premier League. Probably that's how they're going to be doing it.
Mhm.
So yeah,
You know the
we'll
funny
see.
thing about Nicholas Jackson. I actually watched Nicholas Jackson's last 80 shots. I did the same
Yeah,
thing. The same thing
yeah,
with Nicholas Jackson, with Nunes, with all these players. And I feel like doing
yeah,
that gave me a more informed view of Nicholas Jackson as a player and
yeah.
Nunes as a player. You know, there was a time on this stream you asked me, Nicholas Jackson,
Who is
Nunes,
better?
who is better? I have an answer now in terms of finishing.
Nicolas Jackson is
Nicholas
better.
Jackson is better, 100%.
I
When you
told you
look at
then.
the two of them, yeah, Nicholas Jackson is way better. I just feel like Nicholas Jackson, he knows how to be in the right position. He knows how to just be ready for that chance. But the problem is just that finishing in some moments, right? But in some moments, he actually scored some cool goals. In
And
some moments, he just sucked.
it
Yeah.
depends on the time in the game too. If Chelsea
Mm.
is trying to get a goal. If it's a tense situation, it affects Jackson,
Because
his
there's
finishing
pressure.
ability.
Yeah.
Yes. So when there's so much pressure, let's
Mhm.
say Man City, an example is Man City are leading us,
Yeah.
and Jackson has a one-on-one. There's a high probability that Jackson would miss it
Hmm.
because we are losing to Man City at that time.
At that
If
specific time.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
if Chelsea is not losing, right, the opportunity to score, he has a higher chance of scoring that. Do you get
Honestly,
what
if
I'm saying?
Nicolas Jackson
Yeah.
leaves Chelsea and goes to another club, I
And but I
think
think
he will do.
he
I
does
think he will
well.
do
Yeah.
really well. I think he's a
Yeah.
player that it goes back to exactly what AB was saying. Looking at his experience in the Prem, looking at his experience in general in professional football, playing at the highest level, playing at Chelsea. I think there's more to come from Nicolas Jackson. I think he's a player that can go on to other clubs, move on in his career, and
Yeah.
get better and better and better and better. I think this Nicolas Jackson we're seeing now, how old is he? He's like what, 20, 23, 24? I don't know how old he is.
Mm.
But then
Yeah.
Nicolas Jackson is a player that in a couple
24.
seasons, 2 more seasons, 3 more seasons, I think he'll be really crazy. He'll be really, really dangerous if he can keep up with this level. But anyways, let's look at some comments. Let me see. Imagine Garnacho playing with Palmer and giving away the ball. Palmer would want him to leave 100%. Yeah, how will all those guys get minutes? That's a good point. We're talking about minutes for the longest time with Chelsea and all the
Or
players that you guys have.
how would
But you say
players
you
in
guys have,
Liverpool get minutes too?
how many players do we
You
have?
you
How
guys
many
have
players
like
do we
almost
have
you have two players in two positions, right?
in what?
You have the
How?
same
How many players do we have in how many positions? We don't have any player
okay,
that is backup for Salah. I mean,
Salah.
we just got a
You
backup
don't have
for
you don't
Szoboszlai. We don't have a backup for Gravenberch.
forgot.
Endo is a centre back.
It's
How
true.
many
You
how
guys
many
are
people are
doing.
doubling?
You
We are,
guys
we are
are doing.
depleted at best. Like
Yeah,
who
you
is the
guys are
backup for
doing.
McAllister?
Yeah.
Curtis Jones is not a good backup for McAllister. Elliot is decent, but Elliot, you don't even know where to use Elliot. Will you use Elliot as a 10? Will you use Elliot on the left
Yeah.
wing? So Elliot gives 8. Elliot looks like he should be playing where McAllister should be playing, but is he a good enough deputy for McAllister? I don't think so. Is he a
Yeah.
good enough deputy for Soboslai or Wits? I don't think so. So really, I don't think we have as much depth as you guys have when it comes to the players that you guys have signed. I don't think so. I think you guys have more players. My point is that we should be signing players to elevate the attack. I don't think Garnacho is good enough to play with Palmer, Pedro, etc. 100%. I agree with that.
The same thing, right? I've said
I
it on
agree with
this stream
that.
several times.
Yeah.
I don't even want Garnacho in my club.
I feel the attitude too he comes with, going to social
The
media,
vibe,
problems in the
yeah.
dressing room, if he doesn't get playtime, complaining about what maybe the coach has said or what the coach might be doing.
But
You just don't want that.
at the same time, you've seen players leave United and go to other clubs and perform. An example is Elanga.
Yeah.
Oh boy, we can argue that Elanga too was young. He
Mm-hmm.
was much younger when he was at Man U. He needed to play consistently.
To
The
really
coach,
be better. Yeah.
yes, the coach needed to trust him and play
Mm-hmm.
consistently in a style of play that is comfortable with.
Mm.
And Nottingham Forest style of play fits him because
Mm-hmm.
there is most likely that there is always space for
Okay.
him to do his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike when you play for a team like Man U,
Mm-hmm.
where you are expected to be attacking.
Yeah.
It's just me saying you're expected to be attacking at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
There's more onus on you to break down a defense,
Mm.
right? So
True.
that's the difference, right? So
Yeah.
he's gone to Newcastle now, similar profile. There'll be space for him to play,
I
enjoy
think
his
so. I think
football,
he'll do
keep
well.
going,
I think
right?
he'll
So
do well.
Garnacho, we don't know. He might come to Chelsea and ball, and
Mm-hmm.
we see,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
but
see.
we don't know.
If we
Yeah.
bring in Garnacho, I will support him, but I struggle to see. Yeah, you struggle to see how he will start a lot of games, or I think that's what you mean. Saudi under age of 30 is not a smart move. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to go to Saudi when there's still more to come from you in other leagues,
Who
especially in
is
Europe.
he Nunes?
Like going to Saudi, I think he's
Okay,
talking in
okay.
general about sending a player. A
Generally.
player going to Saudi and you're under the
Okay.
age of 30. I don't think it makes any sense. Just play Estavo, um,
But
Willian instead
Esther,
of bringing in Garnacho.
okay, so you play Estavo on the right, then move Pedro Neto on the left. Maybe that's
But
what
that's how it's supposed to
Esther
be.
might.
Is
No,
that not
but
how
we
you
are
guys are
still
supposed to play Estavo on the
no,
right?
no, no. He plays on the right, but the owners want two players for two positions, especially in the attack, the four
So
people.
who is playing with Estavo on the right wing?
Pedro Neto is playing with him.
I thought Pedro
Pedro
Neto was
Neto
on the
plays
left
right.
wing.
No, he can play right or left. It makes no difference to him. He plays both.
Also, Simons
He
can play
plays
left
both.
wing for us. But let's see what Maresca's plan is with Garnacho.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works. Yeah, hopefully it works. The whole thing with Simons, I think the reports that are coming up with Fabrizio, there's confidence, on Chelsea sides that they can sign
Yeah.
both Simons and Hato. There's no problem with the deal so far. I think the deal is advancing fine. Simons with Leipzig and also with Hato too as well, with Ajax, the deal is progressing well. So I don't think there'll be any issues with it. At least if there's any issues to be reported, what the issues are. But I think you guys will definitely sign these players. I think so.
Yeah. I
But
I
Chelsea, you guys sign
I
players
I
really quick, so I'm expecting this
I
to be done in
agree.
a couple of days.
I agree with what SSB just said. Chelsea has a crazy turnover rate. Do you know that
Mm-hmm.
out of the 8 people that were attackers for Chelsea, do you know how many
Yeah.
people would be left?
How many?
After this window, there will be just 2 left.
Just two.
Yes, it will just be Palmer and Pedro Neto. The rest are new.
That's interesting.
Yes, Sancho is gone.
Yeah.
Modric is gone.
Yeah.
Modric is non-existent.
Yeah. It's probably
Um,
done.
Madueke is sold, right?
Oh, Maduke is gone. That's crazy.
Nkunku is going.
Most likely is out the door.
He's going. He's going.
Yeah.
Jackson is going to be sold. Don't be deceived. That's 5. There's
Yeah.
one more person I'm
I
missing.
feel
Is
like
there one more
a
person?
good enough deal for Jackson, and they will sell him. They will sell him. I'm sure.
He's going
I'm
to be
sure.
sold.
I'm
He's
sure.
going to. So
And you guys
we are
have
going to
brought
have.
in new ones.
You said
Six new. Have you
yes.
guys
We're
brought
going
in
to have
six new?
6 new. Yeah, 6.
Wow.
Dilap, Pedro,
Mm-hmm.
Joao Pedro,
Mm-hmm.
Simons is coming in anyways. Gittins, that's
Mm-hmm.
4. Estavo 5,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't know who the 6th person will be. Maybe Garnacho. Let's just add him. We don't know, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow. That's
yeah. And
interesting.
The thing is that Quenda is coming next year.
That's interesting. This
Quenda is
Chelsea
coming next
squad,
year,
bro.
right?
This
Yeah.
Chelsea
So
squad. That's interesting. That's
yeah,
interesting. Also, Joao Felix with Al Nassr. That's all done. That's it. Here we go. That's done. Joao Felix is man.
I
How
can't
the
imagine.
Nike are falling. That's crazy.
I
I can't
can't
imagine.
imagine
Yeah.
we made profit on Joao Felix. It's
Man, it's
ridiculous.
crazy that Joao Felix is in Saudi. I would never imagine him to go to Saudi. When
Yeah.
the whole talk of Al Nassr signing Joao Felix, I thought that was just something
Yeah.
that they are interested in him, because Al Nassr, they've been interested in a lot of people, but yeah, they're interested. All of a sudden he's there. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, what other transfer do I want to talk about? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
You're leaving the big one for last.
What's the big one for last? What was the big one?
Sesko and Man U and Newcastle.
And Newcastle.
The-
Newcastle want to pay the fee for Sesko.
Man U to also want to pay the fee. But apparently, do you know one thing? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that Man U, there's a rumor that came out 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
right? That Sesko had I think you also mentioned it this week, has a special list
A
he
gentleman's
submitted
agreement
to
with specific club.
yeah, exactly, specific clubs. If those clubs come for him, the fees are cheap, around 65 to 75 million euros.
Yeah.
That will be the price. But I think Man U is on that list. That's what my gut feeling is saying. Man U is on that list.
That Sesko might prefer
And
Man U.
yeah, I don't know, but but now it feels like Man U now are now interested. Maybe they heard something. They're now pushing, like
No,
today
but
now. They push,
the reports I'm
yeah.
hearing, Man U is broke. The reports I'm hearing, Man
No,
U cannot afford
but
to sign Sesko for the fee
no,
that Sesko is going for.
but
I know you're
but
talking
we'll
about that
see.
gentleman's agreement, but still, even if
Yeah.
you put that gentleman's agreement there, do you think Man U can still
So I
afford to sign Sesko even with that?
they can pay 65
It
million
took them
pounds.
so long to sign Mbuemo, and Mbuemo went
They
for how
can.
much? Mbuemo went for 63.5 million what
That was
pounds
because,
or
but
euros?
that was because of the American owners at Brentford.
So you're saying
Those guys
Man you
wanted
can
more
pull out
money.
another 60 something to 70 something million to sign Sesko after
They
signing
can.
Mbuemo. How
They
much did they
can.
sign Cunha for? They've still not
See,
sold. They've still not
all
sold.
60s. Yeah,
They've still not
I
sold.
know
The
all
players they have,
60s,
how
but
much do they sell those players for? It's going to
no,
be
but
really
they will
difficult.
sell. They will sell. Okay, let's give an
I just
example.
feel like this
Sancho
deal
is
with
going
Man U is unrealistic to me.
Sancho is going to go for at least
Yes.
15 million, right?
15. Okay.
The Rare Betis goods. The problem now, they've offered them, I don't know if it's
They
30
offer them
something they
20
offered them,
something, 20
20
something
something.
million for him.
They
Yeah.
refuse. They want something higher. I
Yeah.
don't know which club is coming for him. Is it a Saudi club? I think you mentioned it
A
was a
Saudi
Saudi
club
club.
is coming for him. Yeah. Yesterday.
Al
Yeah. I mentioned
Nassr.
that
You
yesterday.
said Al Nassr
Al
was
Nassr,
coming
yeah.
for him,
Al Nassr is coming for him, yeah.
right? So let's say hypothetically, the Real Betis goes for worst case scenarios. The
Mm-hmm.
market is terrible, 35 million pounds.
He's not going to go for 35 million pounds.
Okay, let's say 30. Can he go for 30?
30. Okay, let's
He can
for
go
the
for
sake of
30.
the conversation,
Yes,
30
yes.
million
So
pounds.
he's going for 30.
Yeah.
Sancho is going for 15. How much is
Mm-hmm.
that?
45.
Loan fee for Garnacho, at least 5 to 10. Yes, that's 50 million already. That's
55.
50.
55.
Is that 55?
Yeah. 45 plus
Okay, that
10. 55.
okay. Let's say 10 is best case, but nobody will pay 10 million for Garnacho on loan.
Well, let's
Five.
say 10.
Okay, okay. You want to give them 10. So 55
55.
million,
Mm-hmm.
right? So at the end of the day, you have 55 there.
Yeah.
Now, there are even rumors they are going to sell Malasia. There are all these guys, they can sell those one for cheaper money. But let's say they don't even sell the rest people. No, it's just me saying this is worst case. We're talking
Okay.
about
I'm
the
listening.
worst
I'm
case. The
listening. I'm
worst,
listening. Worst case.
the
Mm-hmm.
worst case scenario is that
Mm-hmm.
these people I mentioned are
Mm-hmm.
going to go,
Yeah.
right? That's 55 million.
Mm-hmm.
They take that money, they add 10 million pounds, and they
Mm-hmm.
buy Sesko. If they miss out on my own logic also thinking, and I back what CFC game I saying. Now there's Sesko, Newcastle and Man U going for Sesko. Only
Mm-hmm.
one club will get Sesko. The
Yeah.
other club will go for Jackson. How about that?
You think
Yes,
Newcastle will go
because
for Jackson?
if they miss out on Sesko, because
Well,
reports
Newcastle, were they
earlier in
linked
the
with
week,
Jackson?
reports this week, no, last week, late last week said that the new list Newcastle has, Jackson is currently on that list as alternative if they miss out on Sesko.
You know what is crazy to me? It's crazy
Yeah,
that Manchester United still have the pool. I respect them that they still
they're
have
a
the
big
pool
club.
to get no,
Yeah,
they're a big club. I'm not putting them down. I'm
yeah,
just surprised. Like, given their recent performance, they still have the pool to pull top players. It's crazy to me. But I guess
yeah.
a lot of these players have seen United as like a dream club of theirs. So they
Okay.
definitely will want to wear the badge and play for United. But I'm just being realistic right now. I feel like
Yeah,
United are broke. You're saying sell these guys for this, these are hypothetical numbers. We all know, like, the goat of Real Betis, Anthony, would not go
mm,
for that amount of money. He might go for, yes, they're saying, yeah, bring this amount of money, bring more than 20 or 25 million euros or whatever they're asking for Anthony. But which
yeah,
club realistically will put that amount of money for Anthony? Real Betis were the only serious club that we need to pay for that, unless he goes to Saudi. Unless he goes to Saudi. And maybe Saudi come up with
and
a
I
decent
don't
bid of like
I
30
don't
something.
think.
But
Yeah,
these
yeah,
numbers we're throwing out here, they're just unrealistic numbers. Like Man United players that they're trying to give off, they have no
yeah,
value. They don't, not like they have no value. Their value is not just high. It's really difficult to sell these guys and offload these guys to teams. How many teams are really coming for the Man United rejects? How many teams? This is not a case of Ateta and Chelsea, where Chelsea can sell their reject to Arsenal or sell their reject to another club and they'll snatch them up. Your rejects still have more value than the reject from United.
yeah. True. My rejects are even players that I can even stay in my team. It's just that we're
Yes.
greedy.
It's just that
Chelsea
you
just,
guys are
just
doing
we're
business. You guys
greedy.
are,
We're trying to
yeah.
elevate the attack,
You
elevate
guys
the
are,
squad. That's
you
why
guys are trying
we're,
to elevate the
yeah.
skill level.
It's
So
not
this guy
like,
is not good
yes,
enough. I get
yeah,
somebody a little bit better.
better. So, and another thing is reports came out today also that Tottenham are interested in Mino, right? So if they, but if they decide they want to sell Mino to Tottenham, Tottenham can bring out 45 million for Mino. Could be Mino, right? That's pure profits.
I
At
know, I
this
know, I know.
point,
Still
it
profit
would,
there.
Kingsley, at this point, it will do them much good to sell a player like Mino. If they can get 50 million for Mino, it will help them.
But Mino is a talent, bro. Mino is a talent. Selling a player
You
like
have to
Mino,
sacrifice,
it's a talent.
sacrifice,
I would rather.
sacrifice.
I'm now going back to what I don't know if it was SSB or AB that said it yesterday. I'm going back to what they said about maybe they should have just sold Bruno. Maybe they should
And
have
use the
just
money.
sold Bruno and use the
And
money
use the
to.
money
And
to
Bruno was
invest in the
open to
squad.
leaving. Bruno was open to leaving. I know
And they
selling
could
Bruno
have
is a huge
gotten they
loss.
could have gotten like 120 million from Bruno
I
to
just feel like
Saudi.
they would have gotten a lot of money from Bruno. I know, but Bruno is a
Yeah.
huge loss. I understand why they don't want to sell Bruno. Bro, selling Bruno is like, man, it's like selling a franchise player, bro. Like, It's like selling the
Mm.
main guy. You know, it's really difficult. Selling that kind of player, it would be a huge loss. I understand why they will not want to do that. But let's read some comments.
Yeah,
Joao Felix can go there, play 2-3 seasons, make his money, and still come back to Europe. Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of that happen with a
he's
lot
young.
of
Yeah,
players.
yeah.
They go like we saw. What's his name? Duran. Duran went to Al Nassr, balled for
Mm,
like a season and or like
mm,
even half a season. I don't know how long he was there for. And then before
mm.
we know it, we're hearing talks of him going to what Fenerbahce or where his next
Yeah,
club
yeah,
is. So that's
yeah.
very possible. I love the way our owners do business from day dots. Newcastle win get Newcastle will get him, but Liverpool submitted a bid for Isak will allow Newcastle to strike. You mean Newcastle will get Sesko? I feel like you mean Newcastle will get Sesko.
That's what he's saying. Newcastle will get Sesko,
Get
but
Sesko,
Liverpool
but
submitting a bid will allow
will
Newcastle.
allow you
Yeah,
give Newcastle more
Newcastle.
power, give them more
Yes,
fuel
to
to
bid.
really go for Sesko and really
And the
bid.
Sesko deal will be more expensive for them. It's
You
going
know,
to be more
Newcastle, they are very
expensive.
funny. When Liverpool offered them the offer, you give me Issa, go for Ekitike.
Eh, They were even God. They
Now
should
they've
have
lost
taken
both.
it.
Now
They
they've
should
lost.
have
They've
taken
practically
it.
lost both. And I told you on stream that they will end up losing both. But
And
good
okay,
for them.
this question: if you were Sesko, who would you go to? Man U or Newcastle? Guys in the chat, let me know if you were Sesko. If you were his agent, what advice would you give him? Man U or Newcastle? Who would you go to? One is in
Okay,
champ. Let me just tell you the pros. Let me tell you the pros and cons, so you
I wanted to
decide.
break it down. I wanted to break it down to you what
Okay,
I was
break it
thinking.
down.
Let me break it down what I
Break
was
it
thinking.
down. Break it down.
Newcastle have Champions League. United don't.
Good.
Right? United have a new manager. They have a new
Mm-hmm.
project. If I
Yeah.
come to that project, it's easy for me
Mm-hmm.
to be the main man franchise. I don't think I have much competition. Maybe Zexi, but at the end of the day, if you're going to sign a player for that amount of money, you want to play that
Yeah.
player. No club will watch that player be on the bench. So there's a
Yeah.
chance for me to start. There's also a chance for me to start at Newcastle. The two guys are gone. The two front men are gone. So I'm
When you
practically the
finish,
main
I'll
guy.
give you the disadvantages of both. Just say the advantage. I'll give you the
What are
disadvantage
the
of both.
disadvantages? Those are the advantages I'm saying.
Man U is they are in transition years. You said
Mhm.
this a lot of time on the
I know,
stream.
I
Since
know.
Alex
Man U,
Ferguson,
yes,
transition years.
yes,
So they are
yes,
entering
yes.
another one now, another transition years now. When is it going to materialize? We're
But the
not even
difference
sure
is, but the
Amorim is
difference
going
is,
to work.
yes, but the difference with that is what if Amorim works? That is the key
What
thing.
if? You just said what if.
This is a team that their only focus is the Prem. They are not distracted by Champions League or any other competition. They are not in Europe. The only focus is the Prem. They can ball in the Prem and try
Okay,
their best to at least
I'll
finish in a
I'll ask
decent
you
position.
I'll ask you this question, right?
Mhm.
Do you think,
There's
be honest,
also
do
who will
you
pay
think
better. That's also a factor for
wait,
Sesko.
okay, okay,
But you
we'll
ask
come
me.
to that.
Ask me the
Yeah.
question. Ask me the question.
That's one of the disadvantage of Newcastle I will mention.
Yeah, who will pay me better, right?
Do
But
you do
ask me the
you
question.
think I'll ask
Mhm,
you, do you think that, okay, I'll put this statement and tell me if this
mm.
statement, what do you think? There's a 50-50 chance
Yeah,
that by December
yeah.
or end of this next season, Amorim will be sacked. Do you agree? Yes or no?
I can't really say 50-50% chance.
Why
I can't
can't
say
you say
50-50.
50
I
50
can't say
percent
50-50.
chance?
Ten Hag was given a lot more time. I feel
They
it's
are not going
unrealistic.
to give
It's
him.
unrealistic to not give Amorim a lot more time. It doesn't make any sense to
I
sack
said
Amorim by
till the end.
December.
Okay. So
Or
question.
sack him at the end of the season. They gave Ten Hag a lot more time. If Amorim finishes in top 10, top 8, top 7, top 6, whatever, I think you give him more
Yeah.
time. It doesn't make
So
sense to sack
if
Amorim.
so, okay, they buy Sesko, they buy all these people. If he
Mm.
finishes eighth without a trophy, would United be satisfied?
They will not be satisfied, but I still think it's not enough to sack Amorim, even if he finishes 8,
Okay.
because they're rebuilding. Why did he finish 8 is the question. He didn't finish 8 because of defensive issues, keeper, a lot of these things, right? We don't know if United will get a new keeper. We don't know how
They would.
United's rebuild. We don't know how
They would.
United's rebuild would happen this summer. We only have
Yeah.
like a small picture of the guys that they want to go for. They've gone for Mbuemo, they've gone for Cunha, they want Sesko. We don't know how they'll
Yeah.
build in the midfield. We don't know how they'll build in the defense. We don't know how they'll build in terms of the goalkeeper. They've been linked to Botafogo's keeper, but we don't know which other keeper they would go for. There are just so many
They would go for.
unknowns, right? So
Yeah.
if you look at it, there are pros and cons for going to Newcastle, going to United.
Another
But
disadvantage of Man U is that they have a toxic culture.
Okay.
The culture is toxic. Now
Okay.
we'll go to Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a high probability that after this season, you might not play Champions League next year. You might not even win a trophy in the next 4
Mm-hmm.
years. You are more likely to win a trophy at United. It depends. It depends on Eddie Howe.
It depends.
Eddie
Yeah.
Howe is Eddie Howe is doing things that he's just good. Eddie Howe is good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? With the resources he has,
Mm-hmm.
he's getting like 150% from what he has.
Yes.
Right. So they might win a trophy in 4 years. I don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
what's the probability that Newcastle will still be in the Champions League spot next year? We don't know.
We know Newcastle always want to go season to season trying to get Champions League, trying to get to that
Yes.
Champions League spot. And
Yeah.
so far, if you look at what Eddie Howe has done in the past couple seasons, they've been able to get Champions League twice with the squad that he has.
True.
Newcastle,
In
they
in
sold.
4 years, I
They are,
think.
they are
Yeah.
most likely going to sell Isak. They are most
Yeah.
likely going to keep on bringing in top talents because they always want to go season to season trying to get Champions League. The problem with
Yeah.
United is United, do they really have a way forward, a plan forward to what's next for them? When I look at a team like, let me explain what I mean by what I just said. When I look at
Mm.
Chelsea had a plan laid out. We want young
Mm-hmm.
talent, a young manager. We have a
Mm-hmm.
new vision of how we want to handle things. Cheaper salaries, incentivize the players to achieve a lot. This is how we want to
Yeah.
go, regardless of how long it will take us. Chelsea made it
Yeah.
clear that they wanted to do this and they stuck with it. That was their plan and it's working out. You guys are world champions.
Yeah. Yeah.
United, the messaging coming up from United has been shaky. United said they wanted to go young. They turned around and said, no,
Then
we
they
want to go.
change their
They
mind.
turned around and said, no, we're not going young. We want to go
Established Premier
Premier League
League
proven.
players. Now they are going for
So
Sesko.
now they are going for Sesko. It's a bit tricky. What do you want to go for? When they said they wanted Premier League proven, they went for two Premier League proven players, Cunha and
Mm.
Mbeumo. But their striker
Mm.
that they are going for is not a Premier League proven striker they're going for. They're going for Sesko. So at the end of the day, it's like the messaging around United is a bit shaky.
Mm.
So if I'm Sesko, it depends on who presents me the better project. If Newcastle presents me a project for Champions League, competing in
Mm.
Europe, wanting to be a top club in the Prem, wanting to always
Mm.
get a Champions League spot, wanting to always be a top 5 team in the league, then I'll
Mm.
go to
Yeah.
Newcastle if I'm Sesko. But if
But
United presents me a better project, I'm the franchise, I'm the main man at United. I'm the
they
person that
were
the team will be built around, right?
they were
There's a
they were
future plan, then I'll stay at United. But what are you saying?
they
There's a
were
report that was
sorry to cut you short.
no,
There
no,
were
it's fine.
reports today that Man U
Mhm.
presented Sesko with their plan.
What was the plan?
Obviously,
Okay, we
they
don't
won't
have much
tell us
details
what
of the
the
plan.
plan
Yeah, we
is.
don't have
Yeah,
much
yeah,
details.
yeah.
They
We don't have
presented,
details,
what was his
but
reaction? I mean, what was his reaction to the
and
plan?
he said he was excited about what he saw
Okay.
about Man U's
Okay.
vision. Now that sparked the Newcastle and saying, "Oh, we want to share our own vision with you, and we are going to put in a bid immediately."
Okay. Okay.
Do you see? So
Yeah.
that's where that part. I don't know if I'm him. I don't know. Like I can't really advise him
Okay.
if
Guys,
I'm him. If
let
I'm
us know.
seeing
Let
him,
us know in the chat. Where do you think Sesko
Read
should? Let us
comments,
know.
yeah.
Sesko should go. Let's read some comments. Let's read some comments.
CFC Gamer is saying it says selling minor and buy which players for that means he's saying their wages will make them struggle also. I think that's an issue too.
Mhm. Man
SSB
United
said
in the friendly match against West Ham had 82.5k attendance. Club World Cup final was same stadium and had less attendance at 81k. Same stadium and United had more attendance than all
attendance.
Club World Cup. United still have that pool. They have that heritage. It's just there. They're a big club by default, regardless of the performance. So
True.
they have
Yeah.
the pool to get players. I go to Newcastle if Wisa goes there. That's what SSB saying. I go to Newcastle, Wisa goes there. The project at Newcastle might still be exciting, but United is a
Yeah.
top 3 brand, in the world, and they are in the dumps. Yeah, United has been in transition since 2013. When will they start to compete? Amorim is going to get
that's
more
what I'm
time.
saying.
Only fans are talking
Yeah.
about sacking. Newcastle will get around PSR once they sell Isak. Newcastle will get more players. Exactly everything that we've said. Newcastle will get more players. This Newcastle I'm seeing, they are not a team that is just a one. Oh, we're just luckily getting UCL. No, they have a
Actually,
plan.
they deserve it,
They
and
want to
and
get
you
UCL
see
since
the
the
growth.
season.
You see the
You're
growth in
seeing
the
the
club
growth. They're
since
getting,
Eddie Howe came,
bro.
right?
When they first got used, when they got their UCL spots, I guess where they finished fourth, and I guess that
Yeah.
season we finished fifth. They finished fourth.
Yeah.
You saw what they were doing. It felt like they were very defensive. They didn't seem like too attacky. They just don't want to
Yeah.
lose. They just don't want to lose. Time wasting and all those things. We saw that trait.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When you leave that and you see how they've been moving, they're not moving like a side that they want to attack now. They
Attack
want to,
now.
they're no
Yeah.
longer
He's
acting like they're
evolved.
scared or they're just defending, they're just being safe. Now they want to play, they want to come out and play, and they're playing good football. Actually, they're really playing well. So going to Newcastle is not a bad idea for Sesko, but it depends on him. It really depends on him. This whole United pool, if United don't bounce back, I just feel like it's going to be a waste of time. It's going to be a waste of talent. How many more top talents would we see go to United and deep? How many more would we see? So it's a big risk for Sesko to say, I want to go to United. It's a very big risk, right? But it depends on the project that they present to him. We don't know enough the plan for United going into the future. That's why I can't say it's 50-50 on all those things. I can't really speak on it in much detail. But it depends on what that project is. United have not come out openly to declare this is where we are heading in the future. They've changed their mouth so many times. They came out and said everybody's up for sale. Everybody's up for sale. But you still didn't sell Bruno. You still didn't sell Bruno. You don't know I said I want to keep Bruno. You still didn't sell some guys. Till now, you say everybody's up for sale. You've not sold a lot of the guys that we think you will sell. You're selling your reject.
You want to sell Onana. He's injured. You can't sell him.
You can't sell him.
No,
So
it's
a bit tricky. All of this, we can sell that we fill this stadium has got nothing to do with Chelsea and new vision of our current owners. Did you see
Actually, is the
the Nigerian kids singing the Chelsea song? Bro, Kixie, this is the continue moment. Bro, see, I'm telling you, like, this whole Sesko thing, I really wish he doesn't make a mistake.
It's true. You're right.
I really wish he doesn't
right. It's a make or break, actually.
It's a make or break move for him.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, it's a make or break move for him. Because the team you join coming into the Prem, it matters, to be honest. I feel like it matters. You come to the Prem, you join a team where the coaching style of play doesn't fit you. It's so difficult for you to even play to the best of your ability. You guys just keep losing and losing and losing games. It will be crazy.
Yeah.
But one thing I know for sure is the United that I'm seeing so far. I know preseason doesn't tell us anything, but the United that I'm seeing, the rebuild I'm seeing with United, if they do a lot more of the rebuild, of the buying and the selling and the building of their squad, I feel like Amorim is a manager that can instill a baseline culture into that squad. I don't see United being a squad going into next season and then they finish how they finished last season. Absolutely not. Anything that makes United not finish top, in fact, I'm even saying top 10. Anything that makes United not finish top 7 going into next season.
I was about saying top 7 too.
That's a fail.
I was about saying top 7.
That's a big fail.
I believe it's achievable.
I think
top 7. Do top 7 in one season. Try and go to Conference League if you can.
Yeah.
Right? Go to Conference League. When you're in Conference League, try to win it.
And even the 7 I'm saying is like a minimum. The 7 is a minimum. Like stuff happened unexpected, injuries unexpected. United should be finishing more than even the 7th position if they sign Sesko.
Even 6, they can finish 6
if
too,
they sign
or even
Sesko,
higher.
they can finish higher than that. They should be aiming
or
for
even
top
higher.
5 or even higher. It's crazy. That's the new Chelsea vision. Every kid, by the way, between 7 to 14 becoming a Chelsea fan. Crazy. Conditions for we Chelsea fans to accept Garnacho. He has to get a haircut. He has to stay humble and stop all this attitude and probably might not be a starter. Bro, that's the thing.
I love this comment from Venom, to be honest.
That's just the problem with Garnacho.
He needs to cut that his hair.
Bro.
Cut his hair and live a low-key life. Focus on your football. I don't know. And he's the breadwinner of his house.
Like he's
the breadwinner of his house.
He says the breadwinner of his house.
Yes, that's the old way we call it. He's the breadwinner of his house. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's what you mean.
He needs to put his head down and focus on the football.
Man, that's funny. He's breadwinner of his house.
He has not even. He's not even established. Anyways, he's not established himself
as a player.
Anyway,
I just feel like the only problem I have with Garnacho is just the attitude. I feel like
That's
there's a
it. That's
talent
the
there.
scary
There's a
part.
player
That's the
there.
scary part.
There's a
Yeah.
player there. It's just that
That's the scary
attitude.
part. Yeah.
Because if
We
he
don't know.
if he just butts heads with Maresca, then what happens?
He's out. He can't even try it. He can't.
Then what
He
happens?
can't. He can't.
United cannot do top 7. Where will teams like Nottingham be? I mean, Man U were a
Oh man.
relegation team last season. Man U should target top 10 next season.
It's true. There's Tottenham. I wanted to put Spurs, but I don't know.
Okay, well,
And maybe
let's name
Oh,
our top
there's
7. No.
there's even Aston Villa.
Let's name our top 7. Let's name our
Oh
top
my
7. Let's name our
days.
top 7. Let's name our top
okay,
7
name
with
it.
Sesko
Okay.
in the squad. Sesko
We
in the
said
squad and a new
Sesko
keeper.
and a new keeper.
Sesko and a
exactly.
new
That's what
keeper. Let's name our top 7. What's the top 7? Sesko and a new keeper.
I'm going first.
You go first, yeah.
why you putting me on
In
the
no
spot.
particular order, just call the
I
top 7
think
teams.
okay, top 7.
In no
Arsenal
particular
first.
order. Arsenal.
Arsenal first. Chelsea second. Liverpool third. Um Man City fourth. Um Aston Villa fifth. Newcastle sixth. Nottingham Forest. I don't know how they'll cope with Europe. I'll say Tottenham seventh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you feel like
I believe Thomas Frank might get more out of his squad than Amorim, and he knows the Premier League more. He knows how to win games. To grind out wins, he's better at it. He's older. He knows how to grind out wins with
he's
what he
not
has.
stuck on his style of play.
Yes, Amorim. Even the funny
I
thing,
see it. I see
the style of play that Amorim is stuck on, he uses it too.
Thomas Frank, yeah.
Thomas Frank
That's one of his
uses the same.
formations, yeah.
He uses the
Yeah.
formation
That's one of
when
his
he's playing
formations, yeah.
when he's playing a big team and he's sensing that it's going to be hard. That's the formation he uses. He tweaks it to make it a 5 across sometimes. Sometimes he goes to 4-4-2, depending. Sometimes he does 4-3-3. Sometimes he does 4-2-3-1. So why would he not
Depends. He
succeed?
adapts. He adapts.
He's flexible.
He
And
adapts.
to me, a coach that is flexible has a higher chance of succeeding.
Yes.
You have a higher chance of
Because that
succeeding.
unpredictability helps you.
We saw Maresca try out. I know we criticized him in the Club World Cup when he did the 4-4-2 against Flamingo, and it was a total disaster,
He
right?
does his work,
but,
yeah.
but he came out and said we're thinking of trying something new, and we appreciate it, right? It's not every time you use 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. That's his go-to formation. He wanted something new. He's trying something new. Kudos. But Amorim, is he ready to try something new? I believe that he's having this difficult and stuck on this formation like Postecoglou.
Yeah.
Stuck on a certain way he wants to play and
Postecoglou
XYZ. Brother.
got sacked.
Postecoglou in a final threw away his ideology just to
He
win a
had
trophy.
to. He had to do that. There was no other way he was going to win United. United were meant to win. Honestly speaking, I'm not going to lie to you. If let's be honest with each other. United had the higher chance of winning that Europa League final. They had a higher chance of winning it. They had a better. When you watch the game, they dominated that game. They played better than Tottenham. I just feel like he had to throw away that style of play and just grind it out and look for a way to get that win. And fortunately for him, he did.
Thinking of it now, I think, to be honest, if he gets top 7, he's an excellent manager, and I think he's the manager they need. I'll put it this way: if he gets
7, bro.
Yes,
I know you guys are saying that. I know you guys are saying
name yours.
I'll say Arsenal. I'll say Liverpool. This is in no particular order. I'm not saying that Arsenal will win the league.
But we know he's in
Arsenal,
another. Just continue.
Liverpool. Arsenal,
Continue.
Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Newcastle, right? No. This is
Newcastle
assuming.
is fifth.
This is assuming
Newcastle is fifth.
This is assuming Sesko. Okay, this is assuming Sesko goes to United. Okay, good.
Yes.
Assuming Sesko goes to United. Fair. Newcastle, right?
Fifth. Remember, they have Champions League.
Yes, I'll still give them fifth. I'll still give them fifth. I feel
Okay.
like what they did
Okay.
last
With
year,
that,
they can.
with a team squad with more games in Champions League, you think they'll finish fifth? Okay, if you say
I still think they'll finish fifth. If you think about it, I want to see if they'll lose Livramento. They've brought in Elanga. They have Gordon. I see Elanga scoring. I see Gordon still doing okay. I think it depends on the
okay,
striker. They are serious about signing a striker. They will sign a striker. I still
okay,
feel like Eddie Howe can find it. The midfield has not changed. Tonali is there. John Linton is there.
true,
Gimenez is
true,
there.
true, true,
So I
true,
don't really
true.
see them taking that much of an impact. Isak, I know Isak
Okay,
gave them numbers and goals and stuff, but if they get a decent striker, they can still survive. I still see them doing I still see them doing fifth. I still think they can pull it off.
okay.
That sixth and seventh, to be honest,
Mm,
is tricky. I know we are so
mhm.
quick to say Emery's Villa would slide into that top seven. Fair, they could.
He's
They would.
going to. He's going
Okay,
to.
okay, okay. Fair, 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 fair.
He's going to.
Let's put
Because
Emery's Villa. So that
tactically,
means that means it's
yeah.
between United and Tottenham. Then it's between United and Tottenham on who gets that seventh position. We
Oh,
are
so
not
I see
forgetting
what
Nottingham
you are
Forest.
saying.
We are forgetting Nottingham Forest, right?
What I'm telling you is
We're forgetting Nottingham
three
Forest.
people. Nottingham Forest,
So three
Tottenham,
people,
and Man U
three people
for that
really for that
seventh
seventh.
position. Yeah.
Okay, let's analyze Nottingham Forest. They have Gibbs White. They've lost Elanga.
Mm,
They still have Chris Wood.
mhm.
Who else is still there? Most of the squad is still there. Who else have they lost? Who have they lost? They signed a new guy. They signed
Gi-
this boy from Bologna, Undoye.
yes.
They signed
Yeah.
Undoye
Yeah.
from Bologna.
Mm.
Who else have
They
they
want
lost?
they want to sign Nkunku.
They want to sign. Bro. Actually, if I'm
They
being
have a
honest,
stronger squad.
guys, I still see Nottingham Forest. They might still finish like they could finish in top seven easy.
That's what I'm saying.
They could finish
So
in
this
top
is
seven
what I'm
easy.
saying. So United they have no chance. I actually agree with AB. I didn't think about it, but thinking about it critically, if I don't think he can, but if he finishes in top seven,
That's a good season.
he's an excellent manager based on the squad that they have.
If he finishes top seven
Yeah,
and wins a
yeah.
trophy, that's a
Oh my
really
God.
good season for United.
He's a
Honestly,
perfect manager for them.
that's a good bounce back. That's a good bounce back from
That's it.
last season.
That's it.
That's a
Done.
good
They
bounce, and
found
that
their
shows that
manager.
once they do
Yeah,
that, stick with Amorim. This might be
yeah,
working. Just reinforce the squad next season. See if
yeah,
you can finish higher. But it's going to
yeah.
be really, really difficult. Speaking of United, United have made an offer to sign a midfielder from Sporting Lisbon. Martin,
Mm.
I can't pronounce his the rest of his name, but his
Yeah,
name is
I
Martin.
saw the reports.
Right? They
Mm.
are thinking of. I don't know if they want to trigger that release clause, but the release clause is 80 million
Everybody,
euros. The
80
release is
million.
for this player is
Where
80
would
million
they
euros.
see the money from?
But Sporting could also agree. They could also agree if you give them a bid of 50 million euros. I don't know where they will see this money from. That's what I keep telling you. You're saying United will
Hmm.
sign this, United will sign Sesko, United will sign a midfielder. Where is this money coming from? And I'm not saying it as a point of like they can't do it. I just can't see how they are going to do it if they don't sell. Because I'm not seeing them selling or anything. I'm not seeing any movement. The Sancho deal has been stopped. Since.
Even Chelsea is even selling more than them. Chelsea is selling more than them. They've sold Joao Felix now, right? They are trying to sell Nkunku, which
Mhm,
will be sold.
mhm,
Nkunku has a better resale value than most of the people in Man U squad.
mm.
Do you get? They are trying to sign. There are so many. Even Sterling even has it. Can you believe Sterling? If Sterling is sold before Sancho and those other guys,
Then that's
then
crazy.
there's a problem at United. Chelsea are the ones offering him to clubs. I think I don't know. Maybe I think for Chelsea, I think what's happening there is they are more hands-on.
Mhm,
The people at the club, it feels like the people that are running things are kind of smaller management. They are more hands. There's a more hands-on approach. Like, oh, we're going to offer him to XYZ. Let's go. Anyways, they are venture guys, so they
yeah,
have to. Yeah,
yeah.
so they are more serious with.
The way
So they
Chelsea, the
offer.
way Chelsea is doing
But
business is very serious.
I
Yeah,
don't think Man U will go and be offering. No, they will, maybe it's the agent that will be trying to do the legwork. But this one is not just the agent. The club is doing the legwork, right? So
it's crazy. Anyways, Liverpool have reached an agreement for a 5-year contract with Isak. These are rumors that we've reached an agreement with Isak 5-year contract.
Who
It's
is the
rumors.
journalist?
This is Sky Sports Switzerland that's reporting this. They've reached an
It's
agreement with
legit.
Isak,
It's
and we're
legit.
submitting our first bid, £100 million. But that's what we're
Huh?
submitting for Isak.
I thought it
Yeah,
was 120.
£100 million. But Liverpool are hoping to reach a deal around £120 million. But the
Okay.
first bid is
So,
£100 million. It's
oh,
100 million
you
pounds.
submit that one to just test the water
Just to
and just say,
test to see, will you
why
take
here,
100 M?
why here, why
Will you
here?
take 100 M? 100 M for
Because if
Isak is a lot of
if
money,
you
though.
if you start from 120, you probably end in
You will go
150.
higher. I feel like we want to end around 120. Anything
Yeah.
higher is crazy. Chelsea are ready to offer Nicholas Jackson and Tosin to Aston Villa in exchange for Morgan Rogers. We've talked about this Morgan Rogers swap deal. This Morgan Rogers swap deal has been coming up a lot of the times, right?
Mm,
You guys are thinking of
I'm
swapping
tired.
defender, and I don't know why you guys want to let go of Tosin. I don't know why you guys want to let go of Tosin. Is he not good enough? Is he
It's pure
slow?
profit. It's pure profit. My
Because he
my
came for a
owners,
free.
Kingsley understand. AB just back me up on this. Chelsea owners cannot see pure profit and close their eyes. You see Chaluba, they've said, oh, we're not intentionally trying to sell Chaluba. Then
Mhm.
later the next week they say, but if they receive any nice offers,
They are
he's not
open
up
to
for
it.
sale. He's
Mhm.
not up for sale, but if they receive a nice offer, then they'll probably sell. I'm like, you just said you're selling. What's the difference between you putting the player on the transfer market saying he's up for sale?
And saying if a nice bid
Jackson
comes, I will sell him.
Jackson is not on the transfer market.
Doesn't even make any sense.
They didn't transfer list him, but they're
Mhm.
not saying, oh, if we receive a nice offer, then we can. You want to sell him, just sell him. So
Mhm.
Tosin is the same thing.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It says Tosin is going nowhere. I really hope Tosin doesn't go anywhere because I feel like
Yeah,
it's good for.
I like him.
I
He,
I
for the
think I think
squad,
he deserves to
that
stay at
maturity,
Chelsea even
yeah, that
further. But then,
maturity, yeah.
if you guys sell Tosin, that's up to you guys. That's really up
Oh
to you
my
guys.
God.
Um, Tottenham are actually interesting. Tottenham, they reach. Did you hear the news? Did you hear
That's
the news?
I see. No, say it. Maybe it's a news I read.
So Tottenham reached out to Real Madrid to sign Rodrigo. But wait. When I saw it earlier in the day that Tottenham want to sign
Yeah,
Rodrigo. But then when
yeah.
I saw it, the rumors then were like, nah, Rodrigo said he's not going to Tottenham. He wants to go to a better club. But I'm now reading it
Oh,
again that Tottenham
okay.
want to sign Rodrigo and
Mm.
Rodrigo might be open to making this move. I don't think it's possible. I don't think Rodrigo will go to Tottenham. But if they're able to sign Rodrigo,
Oh my days.
that
Oh
that would
my
change. That would
days.
change a lot. That would
That's a
change
huge
a lot.
statement.
That
If
would
they
change a
sign
lot.
Rodrigo Kingsley 100%, they are finishing in top seven.
Most likely. Most
It's
likely.
done.
But we don't know that though. But most likely to really help. We have defenders like DRC, Chilwell, etc. to get
Yeah.
rid of. Chilwell is still there.
My brother is still there.
What is Chilwell doing?
He went to Crystal Palace. He won FA Cup and he was showcasing it to us that he won it. We ended up winning Club World Cup. Brother, we didn't miss you much.
And you guys
That's what
want
we
more
do.
trophies? You guys want more trophies with him gone?
Yeah.
And to
It
this-
is good.
wow.
Brother, we didn't miss you.
So are there plans to sell Chilwell to Crystal Palace? What's the move
They
with that?
don't, the
Chilwell?
wages is too high. It's on 250.
He might
That's the
have to take a
problem.
pay cut. Arsenal
That's the
fans might not
problem.
like this. Arsenal are at risk of losing 15-year-old midfielder Max Doman to Real Madrid. This the same blog that
They
always
will
reports these outrageous
rubbish.
rumors. This
I know.
this featureless
It's so
blog,
that
they're
will
always giving nonsense rumors. But then there's there's just talks that Madrid are interested
okay.
in this player. I mean, if Madrid
I
comes for a
think
15-year-old, how many 15-year-olds will say no
no,
to Real
it
Madrid?
is a bad idea for him to go to Madrid at this
You think
time.
you should stay at Arsenal?
Yeah, stay and develop. Stay till you're about because Madrid nobody see Bobby,
Mhm.
our brother Bobby. Where is
Look at what
Bobby
happened
today?
to him.
Yeah,
Madrid, they don't care though. They don't care. If you don't
there's
perform,
no development for the boy. He's young. I felt like they should have been a better plan. He's coming to a big club. Don't just throw him in. Let him go on loan first. Go on loan to one or two Spanish teams. Spend 1 year. You can have even given him to Fabregas in Como. Let him spend 1 year with Fabregas. Let him understand football. The problem with all these young guys is that they don't spend their time in the education, understanding the
The
sport itself.
game, yeah,
If you understand it, there's no position. Obviously, it's not every position you play, but your coach can even move you around and it will still work.
yeah, and see what
Right?
best suits you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But Bobby was just thrown into the water. Ancelotti is an elderly coach. You
Mm-hmm.
sense, you got that sense that, oh, Ancelotti was trying to help, trying to
Yeah,
teach him. Oh, I've tried Bobby. I think it's too much for him. Let him sit on the bench, watch. Then I'll be bringing him on. It's kind of
yeah,
like,
to
okay,
see, to
bring you
learn.
on
Yeah.
10 minutes, 20 minutes, just get that feel of playing in Real Madrid. Then you
Mm-hmm.
get your confidence slowly. But what happened? Injuries. Bobby has to go on loan. I know we are sidetracked now, but it will be a big mistake for McDoman. I
To
know
go to
that's
Real
part of the
Madrid.
thing I wanted to ask you at the end of the stream is if the guy is really a generational talent. People have been talking.
I've not seen enough, but for those that have
Okay.
seen him and the buzz online,
Mm.
mainly coming from Arsenal fans, they are
These
really
Arsenal
hyping him
fans,
up. I've not seen
no.
enough. I feel like I want to see the player. I wish Arteta can give him a lot more play time.
Mm.
If he does stay at Arsenal, I wish Arteta can give him a lot more play time, and then we see
Mm.
how he performs in the league. Maybe then we can maybe get, because with Waneri, I can tell you off the cuff, like Waneri is a great, is a good talent, is a great talent. Waneri is someone I know would develop and be even a crazy player. I feel like Waneri has shown the signs. I've watched Waneri, I've done the eye test. I can glaze Waneri, but then with McDoman, I've not seen enough. I've just seen some preseason stuff he has done, but I've not seen it in the sense of the game. It's just like highlights of him. So I can't really speak on if he's a really, really,
Mm.
really, really good player. But with what I've seen, what I've heard from Arsenal fans and from other people that have watched him, they've really
Yeah.
hyped him up that he's really good. So I'll just take their word for it until I'm proven otherwise, or until I see something else and I'm like, nah, he's not really that great. But I'll just take their word for it. But amid frustrations over his declining performance and high contract demands, Real Madrid
Yeah.
are open to selling Vinicius Jr.
Damn.
That's a big one.
Damn.
If a club
Damn.
comes forward with a significant bid, Real Madrid will not close that door. They are
Nobody,
serious about
nobody,
selling
nobody.
Vini.
It's too expensive. The problem now is that the only people that can afford him are in the Premier League,
But
right?
who in the
You know,
Prem will sign
yeah.
Vini right
So now
now?
everybody has the only person that even has one space left. Okay, is
Who had space
Liverpool.
left?
Chelsea has one more space in the left wing. That's for Vini. I'm just
You guys will not
no, no,
sign
no,
Vini.
no, no. I'm coming there. No, no. What
Okay,
I'm
okay,
saying
yeah.
now is that they already have a plan, and Vini is above our salary cap, so
Yes,
he's not an option for us.
absolutely not. You guys will
Man
not sign Vini.
City, Man City, they already have their stacks. They have wingers.
Doku,
They have enough. They have
Savinio.
enough. They have enough. They have enough.
I don't think
Right.
there's
So
anybody that can afford Vini. The only club that comes to my mind,
it's
maybe that
PSG.
is, but they have
And
someone. They have
PSG, they have
Kvaratskhelia,
Castelli,
they
they
have
have the
Due, they have
stacks.
Bakola, they have Dembele. They
They are
don't need him.
stacks. So
If there's any player PSG needs is a striker. I don't think they
no.
need Vini. Vini, who will buy Vini? I don't think unless Saudi. The only place Vini can go to is Saudi at this point. Because I don't see any club in Europe being able to afford Vini.
Nobody is
Unless there's
interested.
another club.
Bayern could have gone for him, but they're already going for Diaz.
They've already signed Diaz.
So which other person is left? Barcelona are broke.
They can't sign Vini.
Obviously, he can't even go to the enemy.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah. That'll be
So
bad.
Atletico will not sign Vini. Atletico has money too. You know
They
they
won't
have
sign.
money.
They won't sign Vini.
They
They
won't
won't sign
spend that
Vini.
amount of money. No. To help Real Madrid. Never. They won't do that. Right. So
Anyways,
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. But these are just rumors, so we don't know if this will happen or if Vini will just truly just stay at Madrid. We'll see. Coming in at Real Madrid could be this is just a speculation. Real Madrid
Mm.
possibly could sign William Saliba, but we know this is just talk. We know they've been linked with Saliba, but I don't think this window. I don't think this specific window Saliba will come to
So
Real
they are
Madrid.
planning in 2 years' time.
I think it's like a 2-year type of thing. I think it might happen next year, 2026, or it might happen even next 2027. You get what I'm saying? Like, but it's not something for this window. I just feel like it will not happen. But I'll be surprised. We could just overnight here. William Saliba to Real Madrid. Here we
Here
go.
we
Deal
go.
has been agreed for this and this. Man, these transfers are just crazy. But we'll see what happens. Let me end this with Barcelona. Barcelona want to sign Bayern Leverkusen left back Alejandro Grimaldo. I don't know how true this is, but they're thinking of doing that. I don't think Barca are going to sign anybody. I remember Barcelona coming out to say that they are not signing anybody again this window. I remember seeing that clearly. I don't know where I saw that, but I
Yeah,
remember seeing.
they don't have money again,
No, but
right? They've never had.
I remember them coming out to say they're not signing anybody this window, and that they
Yeah,
will work with the academy players and what they have
yeah,
now with the squad, and
that's
even
what
with
they
the
should
addition
be
of
doing.
Rashford. I don't think because so this one I think it might not be true. I don't think they will sign any player this window. I think Barca they are done. I think they are pretty much done with all their signings. That's what I think, but we'll see. Chelsea can definitely sell Vini or buy Vini. Chelsea can definitely sell Vini. We need to stop this salary cap thing. Have our owners stated this to anyone? Do you know what Vini brings to the table? Ballon d'Or, Brazilian, bro. Like you guys have a salary cap, bro. Like
We
why
don't need
didn't you guys
anything
anyway? Sancho is not worth that
for.
amount of money, but why didn't you guys pay Sancho the money that Sancho
No,
was
no,
asking
never,
for? I still feel like you
never.
guys have a salary cap, or maybe
We
I'm not
do.
a Chelsea fan. I don't know, but I think you guys do have a salary. Is what I've been saying. I mean, Vini
Maybe Afro
will be
Latina
Afro.
Brazilian.
But Vini could be good
Oh,
for your squad.
they will
Imagine
sell
Vini
shit.
on one side,
They will sell
Vini on
shirts.
one side,
But the
Estavo on
question
the
is,
other
no,
side.
the problem now
Man, it's
is
going to be crazy.
when you bring Vini in now, Vini will want to start.
If
You can't
Vini
keep him
would
on the bench.
start,
Imagine what you say. Vini
one,
would start.
I don't wait. I'm confused.
So why
You
can't he
sign a
be on the
player like
bench?
Vinicius Junior and you bench
Why
him.
can't he be on the bench? Why? If he's
Oh
not
my god, what are
if
you
he's not
saying,
playing
bro? What are
if
you
he's not playing
saying?
well, why can't you bench him? You see,
Bro,
this is the problem
how
now.
do you bench Vini?
Now you bring Vini into
No,
the squad. That's what I'm saying.
no,
We're
no,
getting
no,
there.
no.
You bring Vini into the squad. Maresca is under tension. Now his tactics and tweaks and everything has to include Vini compulsorily starting.
No, Vini has to start, bro.
So you see it now.
Vini
That's
has
why
to start.
we don't
It
need him
doesn't
in
make
our
any
squad.
sense. Vini is a superstar, bro. Like he's a
Yeah.
superstar. I don't think you have a superstar like Vini on the team with how much he can give. I know there's not much in terms of performance. His performance has kind of dropped, but then,
Mm.
bro, he's a superstar, bro. He's better than is if you think of top wingers in the world, Vini is on that
Mm.
list. He has to start. He's a superstar. You can't bring that kind of player into your team and then bench that player. Do you know how much you sign Vini for? Do you know how much you'll be paying him in salary and then keep him on the bench? Absolutely not. I think, of course, Vini starts. Are you guys kidding me? Vini has to
If
start, bro.
no, he starts, but that creates a problem. Do you get what I'm saying? Now
But if you look at
Maresca
your
can
team, you guys don't have like apart from Cole Palmer, I don't think you guys have
Mhm.
like a big name superstar on your team. Apart from Cole
that
Palmer,
must
who else?
that starts.
No, that you
Even
say is a big like a superstar
Kopama,
on your team.
even sometimes we bench Kopama.
No, but no, you don't understand what I mean. Like, if you look at a certain team, you can look at one player and be like, this guy is like a superstar on this. Is a superstar and he plays
Only
for this team.
Kopama.
I feel like it's only Cole Palmer that you can really
What of
say
Pedro Neto?
no. You will not call Neto a superstar. So when I mean superstar, like your t-shirt sales, everybody's talking about you. You're
Kopama
linked to
is
Ballon
Kopama.
d'Or. You're elite. People
Kopama.
are talking about maybe you're possibly the best in your position.
Kopama.
So if you bring a player like Vini, bro, kind of has to start. Of course, Vini starts just like Palmer and Caicedo starts.
I say the two results.
Of course, of course. Any other questions? We wrap up.
I'm just thinking like
Any news on? There were rumors, I think yesterday and today, that Arsenal has agreed personal terms for Easy. I
I
don't know
didn't
how
see
true.
anything like that. I don't think that's true. I didn't see anything
Okay,
like that. I didn't see anything like that. I don't know. I didn't see anything
yeah.
like that with the whole
Like
Eze thing.
they're just personal terms. But
Mhm.
there's also rumors coming today that Tottenham they are trying to hijack the Eze deal.
Oh, they want to sign Eze instead. But
Yes, they missed out on Gibbs White. Gibbs White has extended his contract.
of course, yeah.
right?
So they're thinking
So
of getting. But do they
yeah.
really need Eze at Tottenham? Because they have Madison, they have Kulusevski. I feel like Kulusevski, Madison, those guys can play as a 10. I don't know what they are bringing in Eze for. To play as a 10 or to play on the wing. You have Kudus. Kudus plays on the wing. You have Brennan Johnson. He plays on the wings. What is
Mm.
Eze coming to do? I don't understand. Is Eze coming as a 10? Then what happens to
I don't
Madison? What
know.
happens to
I don't
Kulusevski?
know.
All these
I
guys.
don't know.
I don't
You
know.
know,
Or maybe Kulusevski plays on the
they are,
wings too. I don't
they are
know.
playing in the Champions League, right? It's 6 English teams in the Champions
I
League. You
almost
forgot it.
forgot. I almost forgot. They're playing in the Champions
Newcastle.
League. Yeah, they need a
So
bigger
that's
squad.
it.
Okay,
They
and
need
now I
bigger.
see why they are trying to sign.
Yeah.
Sign. Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense. Because I was confused.
But
Like why? Mm-hmm.
yeah. I have a question for you that just
Mm-hmm.
been is been bothering me today. Like the vibe we get from this transfer window
Mm.
is that clubs, it feels like they just have this, or maybe it's Liverpool that is just pushing this night, pushing the making clubs go out and just spend this money. Everybody just
Mm-hmm.
spending money. You get,
Mm-hmm.
are clubs spending more money in this transfer window than the previous one? Do you think they are, or it's just top four?
I mean, but if you look at teams, I think everybody's spending money actually. I feel
Just
like
spending
two things.
anyhow.
Number one, I feel like player evaluations have gone a little bit higher. If you're signing for the Prem, it will be a lot higher than if you're signing from
Expensive.
another league in Europe. But even now,
Mm,
if you're signing a top player, that top player
mm,
is going really close to 100 and something. Like the player will be
mm.
within like the 80 something million euros, 90 something
Million,
million
yeah,
euros.
exactly. Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
top player, the least you go for will be like 70 something million euros. And that's like you have to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and look for like a
yeah,
favorable payment structure. Look at Gyökeres coming to Arsenal. Just for that deal to happen, a lot of people had to like
yeah. Agents has
sacrifice
to
and like a lot of
sacrifice
things just had to
money.
happen for that deal to actually work. So in general, player evaluations just feel like they are a lot higher. And then everybody wants to reinforce. I feel like if you look at all the teams as they are losing people, they're trying to sign people in those positions. They're trying to reinforce. And now clubs are going poaching from smaller teams, trying to get these young, smaller talents into their team to
Exactly. Their
reinforce
own
because
team,
they're trying
yeah.
to compete. I
Mm,
just think in general, there's a lot of competition. Teams are signing, and also player prices are just inflated. I don't know. It's just an inflated market, and everybody is signing. The way things are looking. Not everybody, but most teams are. Most teams are signing. Most teams that want to compete are signing.
mm.
Let's put it that way.
Aside.
Most teams that want to compete are
Yeah,
signing
because even
players.
Aston Villa too are trying to sign, right?
Yeah, most people that want to compete are signing. People that want to stay in
So
the league, don't want to be relegated. People that want to compete in Europe, in
yeah,
Europa League, Champions
Sunderland.
League, everybody is signing. Even Sunderland want to sign. It's
Yeah, they've
crazy.
signed, right? They've signed. Brentford, we've not heard anything from them. West Ham, are they signing? They just lost Kudus.
It's crazy. It's
This
crazy.
West Ham, I hope Potter will not get them relegated. I just pray he doesn't, because
I
that
don't
would
think
be
so.
bad on his resume,
I don't think
right?
so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I
Yeah.
think it'll be okay.
What
But
are your
anyways,
what are your final
my
thoughts?
final thoughts, guys. Man, we're always talking about. Yeah, it's not what I'm not. Did I say it was world class? I don't think I said it's world class. Did I say it's a world
Maybe,
class? I said superstar.
maybe.
I said he's a
Okay.
superstar. No, not world class. Yeah, Vinny is not world class. World class moment. I now know the difference between a world class goal scorer, a world class player. I
You've
know the
been
difference.
educated.
I know the
Even
definition
me
in
have
my
been
head. It's
educated.
been
Yeah.
etched into my brain. I know what a world class player looks like and what the traits should be. So Vinny is not world class. My final thoughts. I think this whole Sesko move, it's a
Mm,
very important decision for Sesko. That's the standard of
exactly.
everything we've spoken about today. If you go to
Yeah.
Newcastle, what possibly is your future and your next couple seasons going to look like? If you go to
Yeah.
United, what possibly is your is your future and the next
Mm,
couple seasons going to look like? I think
mm.
it's a very, very important decision for him. And Sesko, I've done that 80 shots test. I can tell you, if I think of a
How did you
striker,
say?
I'll go and watch your last 80 shots. I'll go
80
and check your
shots.
stats and I check the league that you're in. It's not enough to give me the complete picture of the player, but it's a
Mm.
starting point
Gives you
it
an
gives me a
idea,
starting point
mental
to make some sort of
high test.
definitive statement on the kind of
Mm.
player that I possibly expect you to be. When
Yeah.
I did it across the board, and I have a good enough proof that the 80 shots test actually does work. If you think I'm lying, go and do that for yourself on YouTube. Watch 80 shots of some of your favorite strikers. So looking at the 80 shot test for Sesko, looking at who he is as a player, I think he's an unreal striker. He's a good striker. He's 22 years old.
Yeah.
He will come into any team and he will definitely make an impact. I think
Yeah.
coming from the Bundesliga, coming into the Prem, he has a chance of succeeding. He has a chance of
Yeah.
succeeding. We can't say, oh,
Yeah.
the Bundesliga, you come here, you struggle. I don't think so. I think you come, he'll do okay, he'll do well. So
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah.
big decision for him. And wherever he chooses to go, I feel like he should choose the project that best suits him in the next couple seasons. He shouldn't look at the
Yeah.
now, he should look
Mhm.
long term when it comes to choosing the plan. So that's up to him, and those are my final thoughts. So
If we say if we sell Jackson, we take Sesko.
of course, honestly
AB,
speaking, if you guys get, let me tell you
it's
something.
too
If
much.
you
We
guys
don't
are
need
if you guys
Sesko.
decided not to get Delap and
We
you
don't
guys are
need.
going for Sesko instead, Sesko and Joao Pedro, you guys are finishing like top three, top two for sure. It's
Top three.
definite,
We're finishing top three already. You say top two.
bro. Sesko plus Joao Pedro, I think you guys are going to be crazy. But that's just me.
Anyways, final thoughts for me. I'm
Mm-hmm,
going to advise Sesko on this life, on
mm-hmm,
what he should do if he's
mm-hmm,
confused. If he's not so interested in Champions League football and he doesn't care about it, or if he had love for Man U before in the past, which is not said,
yeah,
right? I think he should go to Man U.
mm-hmm,
But if he's not a Man U fan,
mm-hmm,
because players too are fans, right?
yeah.
Caicedo was a Chelsea fan. You had other players, fans of other clubs, right?
Even
If
Mbuemo
he,
felt like
if
a fan of
he's
United.
Mbeumo was a Man U fan.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? The other guy they signed from Wolves.
Cunha.
Cunha is a Man U fan. Like
Mm-hmm.
he loves Man U, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you are not a Man U fan, or you don't sort of a love or affiliation for, you don't care,
Mm-hmm.
or rather, if you had affiliation to Man U, Man U fan, whatever, just go to Man U, and you don't care about Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
Your love for the club would help them.
Yes.
There you get. Now, second condition: if you are not a Man U fan and you don't have love, I'm going to break it down. And you don't have love for the club, but it's just money that is making you go. You want to pick Man U.
Mm-hmm.
Do not go there.
Mm.
Do not go there. Your life will be a living hell.
Mm.
Your life will be a living hell, Sesko. Do not go to Man U.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying Man U is a bad club.
Yes.
Don't
I
get
know
me
what you
wrong.
mean.
I'm not saying, so United fans will not come at me. I'm just saying that because I feel what United needs now is people that love the club and want to play
To
for the
play for the
badge,
badge.
not
100%.
money.
100%.
Not money. United don't need people that are just coming in for, oh, they're going to pay me 300K per week. Then they say, reduce salary. Oh, no, I can't reduce the salary. Oh, they don't need those kind of people because it's not going to get them anyway. So, my advice to Sesko is, if it's only money that is in your mind, you don't have love, genuine love for Man U. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a Chelsea fan. I'm advising him, do not go there because you will not be of any good to them.
Yes.
Man U needs people that love the club, and that's the only way you as a player will strive. Now, if you're not a fan of Man U, you are thinking of money, Champions League glory, and all these things, whatever. I'm not talking. Go to Newcastle,
Mm-hmm.
but insert insert clauses in your contracts. If Newcastle finish below fifth position, I have a release clause of this amount. I
Mm-hmm.
can go. If Eddie Howe leaves without you getting a top class coach, I can leave. This is the release clause,
Mm-hmm.
right? Please pay me £200,000 per week and give me goal incentive that will take it up to 250.
Mm-hmm.
Then insert those clauses and go to Newcastle.
Mm.
I've just given him a solid advice. That's what I think, anyway.
That's
So
that's good advice, actually. That's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
decent. That's decent advice.
yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
shout out to everybody that joined the stream. AB, SSB, CFC Gamer, every single
Venom,
person that commented. I appreciate you guys. We're live every day, 6 p.m. CST.
I'll speak.
So
Yeah.
convert that to whatever time zone that you're at. We're on the road to 3K subscribers. please subscribe if you're new
Please
here
subscribe.
and
Please
join the
subscribe.
community. Make sure you like the
Yeah.
video, share it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.